What's up, guys? It's your guy, Whetto. In line with YouTube community guidelines, if you aren't over 21, we ask that you don't watch this video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whetto's World. It's your guy, Whetto, and on today's episode, my man CoCo is here from FourSeasCannabis to hold it down with us and let you know what's going on with his photography, the hustle behind the social media, and everything else he's producing. So, of course, you already know we're going to hit you with a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to dive into the hustle. Be right back. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's your guy, Whetto, my man CoCo. Let's figure this damn thing out. What is up, my man? Welcome to Whetto's World. What's up, CoCo, man? It's cool to have you sitting here with me, man. We've met once before, so this is almost a completely new venture with you. So
100%, yeah. Like,
what's up?
We stopped by the farmer's market and said what's up that one time, but like, this is cool. This is like our first chance to actually say what's up and get to know each other a little bit. And dude, I'm digging the shop.
Thank you, man.
It's badass.
It's a pleasure to have you.
I feel bad I haven't come in sooner, but it's like
life happens, man. It's,
for sure, dude.
Especially now, and you are a very busy man. You got a lot going on.
Yeah. So we're FourSeasCannabis. That's the cannabis brand that it's not a cannabis brand. We're photographers. So we serve the cannabis industry, and we shoot, products. We shoot with influencers and stuff, which is kind of cool. That's kind of a neat thing to see. We do events, like cannabis events, when those are going down, which are
definitely need those. Got to really have the exposure because it's a brand new industry. The whole state is new to the game as far as recreational stuff goes. The medical side's been pretty cool. So, are they opening up with you as new people? I mean,
because we were shooting even during the before we got into rec. So we were shooting for some of the the med stores and stuff like that. What are they? The Legacy.
What they call them. So you've been here for a while. How long have you been doing this?
Not that long, but we've started in 2020. So this was pandemics in full swing. We got our medical cards then, and then we have another photography brand that we do. We were doing weddings and families and stuff like that. Well, COVID, dude, it
all of it down.
Everything went away. Everything in person. Man. I mean, we were just so our whole business just stops. So we had to kind of figure things out, and that's sort of how we got into the cannabis space. So it was a friend of ours from up north. He's also a cannabis photographer, and we hadn't even touched that realm, but he was like, dude, even this is before rec, it's happening. We need more creatives in this space. Maybe this is something you guys could look into, because I wasn't complaining. I'm oh, sad day, but he knew, just from his own experience with photography, that we weren't working that much. We were trying to just figure out that time,
Yeah, it's a big obstacle to be able to do that, especially on your own. And then throughout that pandemic, boy, that flipped the whole world upside down. So.
Yeah. So that's what we started doing. So literally what we did, we decided, I can tell you the dates. It was January 18th, 2020.
Impactful days.
And I know because that was the first day my wife and I were sitting in the garage, we were smoking, we were talking just things over. And the idea for 4Cs just came about in conversation. It was probably maybe an hour and a half conversation, and just we could do this, and this is the brand. And dude, it started flowing out. It just was very, very natural, which, that it's weird how that'll happen sometimes.
When the iron's hot, you better strike, man, for real.
It was meant to happen, And so we're okay, so what did we do? We started an Instagram. We started, just making the little pieces, just putting the framework out there. And we're we went to a couple dispensaries that were in town, bought up some things, some flour, some concentrates. I knew nothing about concentrates. I still don't know a great deal about it, but I knew nothing then. So we were just kind of figuring it out. And then, like I said, my friend from up north, his name is Reese, by the way. He's a cool dude.
What up, Reese? My man,
he's cool.
Shout out to Reese one
Art
time.
of Cannabis. Really good guy. Check him out.
Hey.
Anyway, he hooked us up, man. He gave me some dab tools, stuff taught me, even just sort of taught us about things I wasn't even real familiar with. I didn't know dab tools.
There's a lot to go into those dabs, and man, I'll be the first to admit I'm a newbie to that realm as well. My man Chef Neff on the other backside over there, crazy ass. He's been teaching me all the globbers, the dabs, all the shit. So it's a lot. But go ahead.
So that's what I mean. He put together this little kit to send with us just to get us started. I'm talking the tools, even some little paper backgrounds and stuff, just so we could start shooting, some of these products that I've never even really touched. And, and that was really cool of him. He kind of lifted us up into this space, and that's where we started. And so like we started just taking pictures, posting them, tagging the places that we bought from. So like I said, we were supplying all. It's all good. We were supplying all of our own product at the time, you know. So we started tagging, and you know, posting what we could, and you know, just started getting our own flavor of how we were going to shoot, and then we started getting some interest, and that was really cool. And that was again April 1st, because April 1st, 2020, right, was when they voted on it, said it was going to be legal a year from then. And so when that happened, we're just like, oh man, like this is happening for real. I feel like we got in at the right time.
Yeah, right. As that fucking wave is starting to take off, you're at the very bottom of the momentum going up.
Yeah.
So.
And then it just started taking off from there. And then so we, continued working for different producers, different dispensaries, and finding, these people. We were traveling back between here and Albuquerque and stuff like that, doing the events that were happening up there. And it's cool, man. It's been a really like wild ride. And it's kind of funny because 4Cs has kind of eclipsed our other side of our business, what we were doing. Like I said, because now that everything comes back, we're doing families again and stuff like that. But 4Cs is kind of like, that's the baby. That's where we want to be anyway.
For those that don't know, what does the 4Cs represent?
So 4Cs actually stands for it.
I guess you got me. I'm over here dying.
So 4Cs, the way it's spelled out is number 4, and then C's like oceans. There's kind of like some imagery play there. Like my wife and I were both born in California, right? But the C's actually stand for cannabis culture, content creation. That's what we do.
Right there.
Yeah.
All in one.
Yep.
Okay. And how did that come about?
The name?
Yeah.
Bro.
As you were sitting there smoking in the garage.
Yep. It's like
kicking it back and forth with you.
Yeah, because we're like, I don't imagine that we're just going to shoot products. We didn't know what it was going to be.
Right.
We started talking about what it could be. And so, so I was like, okay, well, I want to shoot everything in the culture, like no matter what it is, the different subcultures that exist, the different events, the different people, the different, products. So everything like that, we kind of wanted to do like a historical retelling, I guess, if you will, or a documentation, I guess, of like this time. It's historical.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, hell yeah it is. It's like the internet for New Mexico, low key.
Right? Like, well, I mean, you being able to have this space and sell cannabis out of this space in this town, that seemed unheard of as a possibility 10 years ago.
Right.
And so now it's happening, and business is happening all over the place, and we're just kind of getting to witness it and document it, and it's been cool.
The numbers are good. The state is definitely profitable with this right now, and it's only going to get better. Yeah. So it's cool to be in here doing it with you, man, selling on the other side of it, as well as you using photography to express yourself into the industry as well, man. And what do you have here with us?
Well, I brought these for you, man. You can keep them here at the shop. You can take them to the house, but I wanted you to have these. I'm going to pull them out of the plastic.
We got some food, too. As a matter of fact, we're finna eat this, too. So go ahead.
Yes.
I don't want to get them dirty.
So we shot this at one of the grows. I'll show that to that camera.
Ooh-wee.
Check that out there. This is in a grow. This is some Nightmare cookies. And
beautiful.
Just looks really good, dude. And by the way, I can't take too much credit for this. My wife is like the badass.
Shout out to the wife one time.
Right?
Holding it down. Damn it.
She taught me everything I know with a camera, but not everything she knows. She's she's bad, dude.
She's doing the damn thing. These are magnificent, man. What kind of camera do you guys use?
So we use Canon products. She uses still the Canon 5D Mark III, and I'll show that right here.
Damn, that's beautiful. Oh,
we shot that for
makes my lungs feel good.
That was like for like a 4th of July promotion. So that actually that's not like a background. That's actually a sparkler behind it.
That's dope.
So
beautiful, man. Beautiful.
But yeah, she uses a Canon 5D Mark III. We haven't jumped up to like the new mirrorless products or anything yet. We haven't really found a need for it. We kind of like the smoothness of that camera, and it kind of gives like a nice like kind of silky backdrop. You know what I mean?
Beautiful, man. The imagery is amazing. Detail work. Presentation looks even better, man. I mean, the pictures pretty much speak for themselves.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that.
That is dope. Thank you. I appreciate it. Those are super cool.
Well, those are for you, man. Enjoy, and hopefully they'll make a good ornament in the shop. The shop's definitely full looking, looks really good, but hopefully it adds to some of this badass art you've got in here.
It will definitely contribute to it'll be right at home with us. I promise you that, man. Speaking of right at home, actually, we're going to dive into this. We're going to give you guys a quick commercial break. When we get back, we are going to continue with CoCo and 4C's Cannabis. We'll be right back, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's your guy, Whetto, my man, CoCo. We've been breaking down a whole lot of shit going on with this man, from the photography to the cannabis, brilliant idea out of the damn garage, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But we'll continue the hustle. So, speaking of that, I don't know, for whatever reason, that made me think of Steve Jobs and everybody else that gets, like, they all start in the goddamn garages, man. So,
right?
There you, I don't know, man, but that's got something going for you right there.
Maybe that'll be a stroke of luck, you know. But that's, you know, what's funny though, the garage is where our business mostly happens because, you know, we don't shoot in our garage, but like my wife and I, we smoke in there at night, and that's where we're having like business meetings. Then like we're chilling, we're talking about whatever, but like that's where like the majority of our business ideas happen. So like it's still there. Like so this is still like, you know, a homegrown thing. Like we have it's all in our house. Like we have a studio area that we use. We dedicated a portion of our house to, and so that's where we shoot like all of our product and stuff like that. We keep all of our like props and other
keep everything in house.
Yeah, like and it's all there. I mean, because the reason we do this really is, you know, to give us that freedom. You know, you talk about, you know, do what I want. Like,
hey.
Yeah, to have that freedom because we got 3 kids. And, you know, they're busy. They all are in sports, and we coach, and like, you know, we're like besides what we do with cannabis, we're like your typical like suburban like nobodies. You know what I mean? Like
right there with the rest of them.
Yeah,
fit
dude.
Right
like,
in, but you can blend in. That's good.
I mean,
on
I guess
something on some aspects.
It feels like, you know, we're on that show Weeds. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're just like, you know, like I said, like average suburban people. I mean, that's how I grew up, you know, in the suburbs or whatever. So I don't have like a cool like street cred story or anything like that. It's just like,
hey, but the work, boy.
Well, that's
shit.
You know,
that's all you need right there.
Yeah, well, that's again my wife, man. She's an artist through and through. Like that is who she is. And then me, like I kind of do what you see we're doing now. I do a lot of like the promotions. I do, I run our social media. I do everything pretty much client facing. Anybody that calls and stuff like that, I handle all that kind of business
It's
side.
a beautiful channel, man. Too the way it's set up, you have it very well professionally set up, so it's an easy to reach out. And if people do want to work with you, what is the Instagram page so we can let them know too?
It's just at FourSeasCannabis. So it's FOUR, C's like oceans, cannabis. Okay. And we do have a Facebook page. You can reach us on there. We don't use it that much because Facebook is not cannabis friendly. Even though like we don't do any, you know, growing, we don't do any manufacturing. We don't really touch the plant except to photograph it. They're still like, you know, you can't post anything up there. I get my stuff taken down, and then that affects. It's all attached to my personal account, so I've had that stuff removed. And so
you don't have separate ones. You keep it all.
Well, when I started it, it's like they're all linked. I'm sure there's some way that I could go and separate them. You probably even know better than I do, but like so far, yeah. But again, Facebook hasn't really been the traffic space for us. I've been on Instagram. Instagram's
usually
like,
you got to pay to play in Facebook.
It's
you got to
true.
pay in Facebook, but I mean that's a whole different monster of different type of stuff like that.
Our other brand is more Facebook heavy. Probably, I would say more Facebook heavy than Instagram. So it's kind of like it's a funny balance there. But like I said, for cannabis, Instagram has been like the closest thing I've found to like cannabis friendly. It's not, but it's closer.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think's going? So speaking of Facebook, and it's actually going towards Meta. So are you guys getting anything involved in that? Speaking of which, before we get too further into this damn thing, my man, I got cotton mouth like a motherfucker. Y'all already know what's up. So let's pop this damn thing for you one time. I always want to cheers to the success you got going on, man. So for sure, on top of everything you've been doing with 4Cs, you got your own hustle, the family man, you ain't no regular Joe in those suburbia, man. Come on now. You got a lot going on. You're doing the most, man. I just want to cheers to you one time.
Appreciate that, man.
I appreciate you coming here and kicking it with me on Whetto's World. Let's see one time for you.
Ooh. Yeah.
There we go. Gotta mess sometimes. Yeah.
I like how you do it in style, man. This is cool. This is a cool tradition. I dig it.
I appreciate it. Cheers to your success, man. So
and to yours, bro.
Thank you.
This is the spot.
I'll take your cup first.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Show them the classy glassware we got today.
Hey, you already know, man. We spend the money where it counts. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So that's, man. Glad to have you on the show. Welcome to Whetto's World, my man, CoCo. Cheers to you, brother.
Cheers, bro.
4SeasCannabis, baby. Do what I want. Industries. Ow.
That's right.
Want some fucker or what? Yeah.
Bomb.
Hell yeah.
This is good. It's
busy.
Yeah, it's like sweet. It's good.
Right. Want some more?
Hell yeah.
So yeah, speaking of which, is cheering to you, man. I'd also like to know. Fuck, I don't want to get them pictures dirty.
Oh, dude, don't worry.
Let's do what I want representing what you got hustling, man. How do you
Well,
feel? Like, 'cause that's we were kind of diving right into that hole as it is. So.
Well, dude, like, so when I first met you and I saw like your brand, and then like I started, watching the podcast, I became a fan of the show, and do what I want is a lifestyle that I feel like definitely captures us too. Like, me and my wife both, we didn't do anything the traditional way at all. I moved down here from Santa Fe. Well, I grew up in Colorado, moved to Santa Fe just before college, came down here for college because it seemed like what the 18-year-old responsible kid was supposed to do.
Yeah, man, wasn't that a trap?
I found it wasn't for me. I didn't graduate, and I'm not ashamed to say that.
Way to stand tall, man.
Dude, it is what it is.
That was the hardest fucking thing for me to do, I swear. Go ahead.
Well, no, it took me a while too, man. Like, I went through, these different, all these responsible sounding majors. I was pre-law and I was business and I was like all this stuff. But honestly, dude, I didn't know this at the time, but I know it now. I wanted the college experience. I wanted to come and have fun and party and, and I don't again feel bad saying that. I just wish I was more self-aware then to say, I'm not trying to follow some traditional path, and that's DoWatiWant Industries, man. It's like, I didn't do that. I didn't graduate, didn't care, but I did meet my wife then.
Hey.
Yep. And ended up staying in Las Cruces, and everything has just kind of fallen into place since then. I'm not a dude that's like had, these deep-seated plans and like a sight for what I'm going to be doing 5-10 years down the road. I just went after things that felt right. It felt good doing what I want. So, I mean, it all kind of ties in there. You know what I mean?
That's tight. I love it. It sounds amazing, honestly. The story, the humble beginnings to it, man, is where it's really at. There's a grind in the hustle, and that's what that fucking dog, man, that's what he represents. Is everybody's they gotta chase that dream down. You've been doing that. You've been hustling, sticking to it, man. I'm glad to be a part of this with you, man. It's super cool. I just want to cheers to you one more time, man. Dude. It's super cool with you here, man, CoCo. For fuck's sake, man, it's a damn good time. Shit.
Well, it's a great brand, man. It's because it speaks to the people that didn't go that traditional route. We all are gonna find success our way. We're all gonna, we're all doing our hustle. We're doing what's true to us. We're doing what's, what our passions are, right?
Hell yeah, you better fucking believe it.
And there's so much value in that, dude. Like, I've chosen, we've learned to choose to be happy over money, over like, material and stuff like that. Like, there's been struggle in it, no doubt.
Oh yeah,
it's not
it's a tough battle.
Doing your own thing is not an easy road,
especially nowadays where everything is all about the glitz and glamour of.
Oh yeah.
Look at me kind of fat. Oh man, you got to be careful with that shit too. But
yeah, and I think it was a lesson in like, taking pride in what matters truly versus like what we're made to think matters. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, trying to portray myself in any way or try to inflate my credentials. Like, dude, on paper, I probably look like shit, and that's okay. I don't care, dude. Like, I haven't had to make a resume, and
that's it. That's the best part.
Yeah,
you don't have to. Damn it. So,
and I've operated in that corporate world, and I hated it, dude. I've worked in lots of different capacities or whatever, and I didn't like that life, man.
It is very hard for myself as an entrepreneur and other people that I know that walk their own path, man. It's sit down every day, do the same thing is the hardest thing for us to do. Like, there's too much going on. We want to conquer the fucking world. We got to express ourselves. We got to be doing this. I want to show you how I can do that. And that's hard.
And places like that steal your identity, bro. You trade. It's like, it's a money trade. Like, you're how much are you willing to sell your soul for?
For real.
Like, when I had to wear a shirt and tie, and I wasn't allowed to have any facial hair, and like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? What does that matter?
Yeah.
Bro, my identity was stripped completely. As soon as I, was behind I worked at a bank, credit union, and as soon as I was there, bro, I wasn't me. I was, a characterized version of myself that sucked, And so
but sometimes I understand too, though. No disrespect to those that do the 9 to 5, because you got to pay them bills. You better pay them bills, boo-boo, straight up. Like,
no, and
you know what I mean, straight.
And sometimes that is part of the hustle.
Yeah, you gotta hustle no matter what.
Right.
It is.
And I do. Again, I respect those people. I respect my coworkers and people that do what they got to do to support themselves and their family. People are being responsible and doing what's best for them. I just knew that wasn't for me in my life.
That,
yeah, hell yeah,
hell
dude.
yeah.
Once again, here we go.
You know what I'm saying? That's the best part of it. Now, if you're trying to get some, I know you got your cup. Yeah, shit. Shout out to my man Chef Neff one time, folks. Chef Neff in the motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta get on the cheers too, man.
Motherfucker, tell him what? Hey.
So this is my first time meeting Neff, but Neff's like a homie for real.
Yeah, man. Welcome. Yes. It's always a good time here. Damn it, that's what we're all about, man. Unity in the community. Shout out to Prison 222, man. They already know what's up too. You can't, like, foundation, as you were saying, like you were building that on your own. Like, you have to have a solid foundation. I'm so happy to be a part of the local community that goes on with the hustlers that low-key really be bringing money into the state, putting it back into it. Like, we are the ones that are in the trenches making that shit work like that. So it's hats off to all y'all hustlers, entrepreneurs doing the damn thing, man. And my man, to you as well. Hands down, like, it's respect.
Appreciate it,
Nothing
man.
but respect, man.
Appreciate that. And the people like you, everybody that's making this industry happen, I got respect for it because you guys are putting in real work. You guys are making cool things happen. I see that, these businesses and stuff are trying to represent everybody within the culture. Everybody touches, somebody that uses cannabis, right? It doesn't matter if they're some 50-year-old housewife mom. It doesn't matter if they're, somebody from, the hood that, like, has always gotten down and taking care of themselves through cannabis and stuff like that. No matter what that subculture is, I'm seeing it all being represented now, and it's beautiful, man. It's really cool.
The different strokes, different folks for these people out here, man. The customers that come in are super fucking cool.
And cannabis unifies, man.
Oh yeah, they do. Weed loves everybody type shit. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying?
So and it's opened up cool stuff for us. Once we came out, that was a thing too. Once we came out as cannabis users, because in our life before, we got our cannabis cards and started taking care of our mental health and stuff like that. That wasn't acceptable. It was, we had kids and all this, the stigmas that everybody talks about and the judgment, and it was a real fear, dude. Like, we didn't
for madness.
Well, yeah, like, we couldn't wear it on our sleeves.
Yeah, man.
But then we just said, you know what? We're putting it out there. We're saying it is what it is, and we were like, if we lose friends, great. You know what I mean? If they're gonna judge us off that, whatever, no worries. And ever since then, though, it's opened up really cool conversations. People that I had no clue, because there's a lot of quiet, secret, stoners or secret cannabis users.
A lot of them are professionals, which we do respect by all means. And then they turn the lights off or shut that door, and them sleeves come up, and goddamn, they're tatted, they smoking, doing the damn thing.
So it's opened up some cool conversations and stuff, and that's why I say it's unifying. Like, once they felt like comfortable that they could have a conversation, they said, "Oh, I could talk to you," and so it's just starting, man. I think that the industry and the people coming into it are kind of slowly coming out of the woodwork, coming out of hiding or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And it's about to explode. I mean,
it's crazy, man.
We've only scratched the surface.
Oh yeah, barely, and we're like maybe 3-4 months into it as the rec side of stuff. It's been a couple of years now with the medical side, so they've been holding it down too. And it's everyone, like, it's crazy how many there are all over the blocks. I remember when I had to go to the zoning and planning committee and present mine, do all that shit. So I know the grind and gruel that they're having to do, but having someone on your end of stuff, being able to take pictures and help, like, actually, like sell the product for us, because that's navigating through social media and not being able to do that stuff. You guys are so crucial. It's ridiculous, man. So, like, I can't say nothing but thank you to that. So
I appreciate that.
It's tough, man, but it's super cool to see everybody just coming up, and it's a tough route to say, but it is early stages still too. Yep. So we're getting started now.
Definitely. And to that point, in creating for these businesses, these new businesses, the legacy market, whoever it is, like, it's cool to help these small businesses come up, help them step out and stand out from the crowd, and that's kind of what we're trying to do. Like, we serve all over the state, but, like, of course, we're home is Las Cruces. So we are Las Cruces in southern New Mexico's, like, resource. If you guys need some quality creative work, something to kind of step your game up, dude, like, we're there for it.
Hell yeah, man. And that's, if anybody is trying to do that, one more time, where can they reach you at?
So they can email me. It's CoCo, KOKO, at FourSeasCannabis.com.
There it is right there. Bing,
yep.
Bing, bing.
You message me. Even if you have questions or, whatever, like, we'll work with you, especially these local dudes. Like, everybody's put to get to this point, everybody's put, their blood, sweat, tears, sometimes their last dollar into getting their doors open, and so maybe now they're starting to turn a little bit of a profit and stuff like that. So it's, it's been a slow process, I think, but, we recognize where people are right now. We're not like, You know, we're not like, oh, everybody in the cannabis industry is rich. No, they're not.
No,
they're not.
It's a tough race right now.
Everybody's grinding, and all the conversations that I have, I know everybody's grinding. There are people that are making their money. Those legacy dudes, they're making their money because they have been, and they were, you know, they had the resources and the infrastructure and stuff, you know, day one. But you know, anybody watching this who's, you know, who thinks that these dudes right now are bankrolling it and don't even start talking about, you know, greed and stuff like that. That's not happening. It's not happening.
It's tough, man.
No,
it's tough to make.
And
margins.
I'm seeing that these cannabis businesses, these homegrown ones, are the most generous people. They're the ones who want to put that money back into the communities, that want to help, you know, do this thing the right way.
You better fucking believe it.
Yeah. So like, it's really, I want to make sure that the conversation that's happening out there stays on point. You know, I know a lot of people have fears about cannabis and shit, but they shouldn't, because these are really good people, you know, farmers and, you know, people who are making this whole industry happen that are trying to do this responsibly. You know, we see the things on Las Cruces Community Watch, whatever, about those, you know, black market products or whatever, and they're trying to attribute that shit to the legitimate cannabis industry, and that's not real. That's not true. And that's not in any of our interests. Everybody would lose their fucking licenses if they were doing stuff like that on the side and selling to kids and shit. That doesn't happen.
You can't do that type of shit. Just do what you're supposed to do. I mean, at the end of the day, that's really all it takes, folks.
Yeah, you can trust these people. They're legit business people, and that's my soapbox. I know I went off like on a whole thing, but I believe that. That's true. It's true. It's just because I see the industry, I'm around these people, and it's not some seedy, you know, back alley thing where a dude's opening a trench coat trying to sell you some, you know.
You guys want some candy? You guys want some cannabis?
Right. And to that point also, two things. I don't think it's not that I don't think. Nobody is going to put edibles in your kids' Halloween candy this year.
Oh, no. Hell no. They better not. That's some bullshit if they did. So
that shit's expensive.
That shit is hella expensive.
At least for that reason alone. No one's doing that.
They would say, throw it out anyway. So
but if you are that one asshole who thinks it's funny, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Don't be a dick. For sure. My man CoCo, we have gone through the trenches for sure.
We went around the block.
We went around the block in here, man. I want to cheers to you one more time, brother. I want to say thank you for coming here on Whetto's World, kicking it with me, man. Enjoying a good time, a great conversation, incredible artwork, brother. It's nothing but mad respect for the hustle that you've been on and the grind that you're getting to. So
appreciate it, man.
I definitely want to say thank you one more time. And you got anything to let them know before we get out of here?
Nah, man. I think I covered more than I think I intended to. We went off the rails there for a little bit, but thank you to this guy right here. Thank you, man, for having me here. It's cool that you even wanted to talk to me. I'm like super like pumped up about that. Honored to be here. You know, if you're a cannabis business and you need some work done, you know, some creative work, social media work, whatever, come to us. We'll help you.
That's my guy right there. You heard it here. You heard it here, damn it.
We'll talk. But anybody else that has questions about cannabis, I'm not the expert on anything, but dude, you know, there's resources here. People that are willing to be good ambassadors to talk to you if you have questions.
Yes, there are.
So I'm happy to do that. So
there you go. You heard it here. So reach out to my mans. You got the information. You already know what it is. If you need to reach out at me, you know what I'm at. That's 1770 South Tell Shore. Damn it, the champagne is amazing. 1770 South Tell Shore here in Las Cruces. We are also online at DoWatiWant.shop. You know, you can follow us on all social media platforms from TikTok, Instagram, fucking Snooze News. You can hit me on, write me a letter. I don't give a shit what it is, but reach out to us, damn it. Come be a part of it. For my man CoCo, your guy Whetto. That's a wrap. Oh, till next time.